Ticehurst out there. Looks like the Central West will be kicking off. Callide Valley will be defending the town end of the ground, and Central West will be defending the scoreboard end of the ground. 40 minutes each way and time off for injuries. Just waiting now for the signal to come in from the players. Now from the referee to let them know the two captains are signalling they are ready for this game, and the ball is about to be kicked off, and it's about to be kicked off that time by Steve Hazel. He kicks it high, kicks it deep, it goes over to the wing there and goes over to Jeff O'Connor. And first up, he knocks the ball straight on, so this should be an advantage. And of course the Teamsters, and they're getting urged on by Lyle Balderston out there. Come on fellas, let's pack this scrum. It's their feed, and of course they'll get the feed in first up. So here's the feed coming down. It'll be Balderston to put the ball in, and he's just getting the other ball off the ground. Here's the ball about to be put in. The referee's telling them what they want. These forwards should know what they want. Just pack it straight, fellas, put it in, and let's see who can win it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to say. You don't have to give them a lecture. They should know. Here's the ball packing down, and it's won that time by Balderston. Balderston takes it out there, going out to Hazel, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 Callide Valley tacklers. In there at the dummy half position is Jackson, and Jackson hits the ground there. In at the dummy half will be Balderston. Balderston takes it straight across field. There it goes to Brosnan. Brosnan throws it out to another one of his forwards in Ticehurst. Ticehurst can't go anywhere with it. Jackson in at the dummy half position, right up across the ground. There goes Brosnan again. Weaves his way across towards those posts, about 5 metres out. Now the going in at the dummy half will be Jackson again. He throws it out, and there's a swarm of Callide Valley supporters going down there. The tackle is up. Here's the 5th tackle. A little chip goes over. He's interfered with that time, and the ball is dived on, and the referee said the ball is knocked back, so it will be a dropout, a line dropout by Callide Valley. It's into Callide Valley, well into Callide Valley territory. Big mistake in the first part of the game from Callide Valley, a knock-on from the kick-off. So the ball will be kicked off that time, and it's kicked off by Stanley. It bounces, it spins around, and Bashford picks it up. Bashford gets it, takes it over his 22, and there's a high one goes in, and the referees pull out the player concerned. Come on, he says, come on, get those high ones out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So the referee will clamp down straight away. Coming in now and going in to kick it. I don't know, Vic, but you've got to have number 6 when you've got those big doubles this afternoon. I think you have 9 and 13. So
that didn't do any good.
Well, you don't know. He mightn't kick it yet, so let's see. Steve Hazel is the man about to kick this penalty goal to try and make it 2 points to 0. No, I don't think so. So
you reckon that's not the lucky ticket?
I don't know, but just make sure, just keep it. Don't throw your doubles away yet, because Steve Hazel now is about to place the ball. Now he'll place the ball, and he'll move back and take a couple of steps back. He's just placing it, just making sure that the ball is right. It's on the about 27 metres out and diagonally across the field, and actually that wind has sprung up, and it's going straight.
Quite gusty at the moment.
Yeah, it's going straight across the field there. He's taking his time. Why shouldn't he take his time? This is a bit of an advantage, gets 2 points. Well, that's all they want. Here's the ball. Oh, it's screwed right away, so keep your doubles that time, and it's gone. Where's it gone? It's bounced straight over the goal line there, and it's picked up by Ramsden. Ramsden picks it up. He's got to get it out of his goal line. That he exactly does. Now, he'll go into the dummy half position. It'll be Wust. Wust will throw it round, and he'll take it straight across field to Austin, and Austin goes down a smothering tackle from the Teamsters there, and there's a penalty going out to Callide Valley, and this will relieve the pressure that they've been under for the last 5 or so minutes. Here's the ball. It's kicked high, and it's kicked deep that time, and it's certainly kicked high and deep, and it's made about 22 metres. It was Acom that kicked it. Now from the dummy half position, it'll go to Wust. Wust will take it across. He can't do anything, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 tacklers. It's 0-0. Now going in at the dummy half will be Gomersall. Gomersall takes it straight across field, and they try and get in. Of course, they're trying to get into the Teamsters territory. They're only about 2 metres out now. It's taking it straight across field, weaving it across to Gomersall there. Gomersall takes it across to Gooch, and he can't go anywhere. There's that defence. Balderson is one of them. They're letting them know that they're certainly there, weaving it around, taking it across. Out it goes to no one, and Ramsden came in, and he dropped the ball behind him. The Teamsters have got it this time. Coming across field will be bit off, tries and gets it. In at the dummy half will be Jackson. Jackson takes it across field to Brosnan. Brosnan goes nowhere there. Jacko says, come on, fellas, I've seen a gap. Come on, follow me, he says, and he goes straight into 3 or 4 players there, and Davis was one of them. He was looking for players players too. Brosnan will be in at the dummy half position. Takes it straight out. Out it goes to Hazel. Hazel takes it straight across the field and into the cricket ground, and he goes into the cricket pitch. It's thrown straight across, and Harry Blucher gets it. Kicks it very, very nicely, but it goes into Ramsden's hands that time, and he can't do anything, and he's going to be confronted back into the Callide Valley territory, right on the 22. They've got to do something to get out of it. Worcester takes it across field. Out it goes to Gooch that time, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 players. Now in at the dummy half position will be Worcester. Worcester takes it across field, takes it straight across field there, and can't go anything. Just tries and gives it out to Higgins, but he can't get rid of the ball. A couple of players, Callide Valley players with head gear on, which isn't a bad idea. Now they throw the ball around. They're going out that time to McKinlay, and McKinlay's thrown down to the ground. They're just not moving anywhere from this kick by Gooch. What can they do with it? Goes straight into the arms of Shane Woods, and Shane Woods says, I'll take that. Thanks very much, fellas. And he's confronted by 3 or 4 tacklers. And at the dummy half, this will be Hazel. Hazel throws it out to Bashford. Bashford chiming in the movement there, and he's confronted. They're standing around the Teamsters. They're trying to get a movement on. Coming out that time will be Bidoff, and Bidoff is confronted by 3 or 4 players as well, and he moves across field. In at the dummy half will be Woods. Woods takes it across, goes out to Liam Balderson there, going out to Hazel. Now they'll use their back line, and it's kicked away there by Blucher, and Blucher drops the ball, and the referee says there's 6 more to go as Callide Valley pounce on it into their own territory. Now they've got to do something with it. They'll weave their way across field as Gooch gets it and can't do anything with it, confronted by Jackson. Out they go. They'll try and use one of their big men in Austin. Austin takes it across field, but he's going across as well. From here, it'll go out to Higgins. Higgins is taking it across, gets out of 1, gets out of 2, throws the ball around, but he wasn't held effectively now, and there's 3 or 4 players hitting him as he hits the ground. Callide Valley getting into their own territory. They've been there by 2 or 3 metres, throwing it out again to a couple of their big men to see if they can make any ground there, and that was Clancy with it, and Clancy takes the ball in at the dummy half position. It'll go out that time to Worcester. Worcester will take it across, but Callide Valley trying to make ground. They are into their own territory. Here's the 5th and last tackle that time. Now it's going out. What are they going to do with it? It'll be Gooch who gets it again. Gooch weaves his way across, puts on a bit of speed. Oh, gee, that's a nice high bomb there. It's spinning round. Who's going to pick it up? It'll be Woods who'll pick it up, and just as well as he was the only one that picked it up, because Danny Arthur, you're a mile offside if you pick that one up. Tony Bashford gets it now. They're into the Teamsters territory. They can't get out of the Teamsters territory there. Jackson in there, coming in at the dummy half will be Bidoff. Bidoff weaves his way around out through the 22-metre mark. From here, Jackson will get the ball. Jackson takes it out. Out it goes to Jamie Ticehurst. Ticehurst gets it, and he's confronted by 2 or 3 players. Jackson in at the dummy half position. Don't forget the man of the match will be going to Early Beach and, of course, Long Island. That's the one that we're watching. Now, see what we can do. Ocon gets it. He didn't make a mistake of this one. He goes 1. He weaves his way past Woods, but Woods has got him by the jersey, puts him straight onto the ground, and in at the dummy half position will be Worcester. Worcester tries and weaves it out. Callide Valley look very disorganised at the present time, and they tackle right into touch. So that also gives another advantage going out to the Central West Teamsters.
Mike, certainly the Central West are playing today as if they want to win, and they're really determined to do that. As we're watching gee, that's a full road train. I've never seen so many sheep on one before, just driving down the highway at the moment. Yeah, a little bit of rain falling on the ground at the moment, Mike, and certainly not dampening the enthusiasm of either the crowd or the players.
Okay, from the scrum, it's won by the Central West there, and Bashford gets it, makes a very nice run going in there. Going in at the dummy half will be, and the referee, what's he saying? He's saying, that's a penalty, fellas. 2 Central West holding the player back, not giving him any advantage, and that's a good penalty decision. I don't think he'll kick. I see that Lyle Balderson's saying, what are we going to do? Is he signalling he's going to kick? No, he's going to kick out this time. Steve Hayes has got a very good boot. We watched him in the trials, although the wind and the rain is certainly coming across, because we've got our windows open here today, and that's a nice kick from Steve Hazel. This should gain a bit of ground. It gains about 15 metres now. Coming in at the dummy half will be Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson will take it in from this movement, and running straight onto it is Dave Bidoff, as he can only run, and he runs straight into a couple of Callide Valley defenders there. It's 0-0 as we tell you. Now it's going to be weaved across by Jamie Ticehurst. Ticehurst takes it straight across field. Jackson goes in at the dummy half. Out it goes to Liam Balderson. Balderson sees a gap, but he can't do anything with it. About 15 metres out, and the referee has signalled something's happened there. It looks like someone is going to the blood bin It looks like Leon Balderson has a little bit of blood on him, so he's going to the blood bin, and he's going to be replaced by Martin Crowe. So who will play the ball? It'll be Mark Jackson will play the ball, and going in at the dummy half will be, looks like that it will be Lyle Balderson as they wait. Here they go. They play the ball. They throw it across the field. They try and take one or two tacklers on, but they can't do go anywhere there as Aaron Roberts gets the ball. Weaves his way straight across. Has he gone over for a try? It looks like Aaron, yes, he has, and Aaron Roberts gets straight across there for a try, Vic.
Yeah, 4 points to 0 at this point in time, Mike, and the Central West Teamsters looking very, very good. I must say that this is exactly a replay of what happened in the under-19s game before, and I trust the Central West A grade will keep up the momentum right through the game, because what a great way to start, 4-0.
And the try was scored that time by Aaron Roberts, and the Coca-Cola scoreboard tells us that it's 4-0. No matter where you are, there's always Coca-Cola.
No matter what the weather's like, you'll always get a warm welcome at Ray and Lorraine Fallon's North Gregory Hotel in Winton. The historical North Gregory has great counter meals, as well as cold beer and even exotic drinks. There's first-class accommodation with self-contained rooms also available. So for a great night out in old country-style comfort, make your first port of call.
The Homestead Caravan Park in Box Street, Barcaldine is now owned by Craig and Maureen Russell. Whether you're after a permanent site or you're a traveller, phone 511 308 for bookings, 511 308. 24-hour petrol is also available, and the Homestead shop is open 7 days a week, selling hot food, drinks and groceries from 6 a.m. The Homestead Caravan Park, Box Street, Barcaldine, 511 308.
And that kick was successful. So the score now between Central West and the Callide Valley, 6-0. Just before we return back to Mike and Vic, Newcastle and Manly. Newcastle are leading 7-2. South Illawarra 16 over South 6. Cronulla and West are leading 10-6. And Gold Coast 12-2. Parramatta's 8. And the main game, North's first Penrith. North's 14, Penrith 10. Now back to the Barcaldine Oval.
Well, let's tell you from the kick-off, it was kicked off by Callide Valley, and of course the Teamsters have got it. They're in their own territory. Out it goes now to Hazel. Hazel will kick it, and he'll find great... there it goes. A good kick from Hazel over that time a Com's head, and it's picked up by Ramsden there, and Ramsden's got to get himself out of this. And look at that tackling from the Teamsters. They're certainly putting their men right on the ground there. Now Com's got it. He's going to try and throw it out to his big man, and Clancy takes it straight across field, and what can he do with it? He can go nowhere because the tackling is there from the Teamsters. Back it goes to Higgins. Higgins is confronted by not one player, not two players, but four players, and they make sure that he just cannot go anywhere here. Tony Bashford's looking out. Are they going to kick it? And they're not, because Austin's got the ball from there. Austin's got it. He takes it straight across field, running it across, and there's a ball that will be knocked back, says the referee, and it's picked up by Wooston. He says, thank you very much. We'll get a bit of a relief here. What can they do? If Gooch will try and do something, he'll try and kick it up, but the safe hands of it will spin right into Bashford's hands. Yes, he'll pick it up and take it straight across the field. It weaves across one, weaves across two, and put down very nicely by Austin. They've got to get out of their territory, the Teamsters. They do, as Woods picks the ball up, and he's thrown right onto the cricket pitch area. Of course, they had the grand final of cricket here last week. Jackson gets it, throws it straight across to Crowe. Crowe's on the field for Leon Balderson. Balderson in the blood bin at this stage. It's bit off with the ball. Bit off takes it. Going out to Jackson. Jackson sees his way but can't go anywhere. Made a good 3 or 4 metres that time. From here at the dummy half, it'll be Danny Arthur. Danny Arthur throws it out to Crowe, giving it out that time to Bit off. Bit off takes it straight across the field. Now in the dummy half position, and the referee signals there was a slight knock on there, Vic, as they put the ball down on the ground. So this will be probably the first scrum feed, I think, that Callide Valley would have, and I'd say they'd be looking forward to it in great style. So
they're doing it pretty tough, Callide Valley, aren't they? Barkey are all over them at the present time, and Barkey, Central West are all over them. We're in Barkey, and what a great game of rugby league. If you're still around the area, you've got plenty of time to get out here, have a look at it. Don't miss it this afternoon. It's great football. And from the scrum, it's been won by Callide Valley that time, and they're going to use their big men in Higgins, and Higgins can't do anything. They've got to get up this end of the field. The broadcast in, which they're defending the Central West and doing very, very well in
From here, it's been taken out by Austin. Austin takes it straight out across, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 players. I tell you what, these Teamsters are certainly tackling very well. Out it goes that time to Gooch. Gooch trying to throw it across the field. They're trying to throw it across the field. They do throw it across the field. Here it comes. Here's a big gap there. They step out of 1. They step out of 2, and that's McKinlay, but he can't do anything with it. They're in bunches. This is the 5th and last tackle. The referee says to the Teamsters, get it back onside. Here's being held up very nicely that time by Gooch. Gooch takes it across field and is confronted by 3 or 4 players, and they go nowhere, Callide Valley, and although they're in the Teamsters territory, they've got the ball there. Blucher has got the ball. He takes it straight out, giving it out to one of his centres there, and Danny Lawrence, and Lawrence is there. Jackson takes it out, gives it out that time to Lyle Balderson. Balderson throws it across field there, and he tries to run across field, and he's put down by the Callide Valley defenders. Jackson takes it across. Out it goes to Crow there. From there it goes out to Mark Jackson's got it again. Now in at the dummy half position as he gets it. Jacko says, come on, fellas, let's do something with it, as Brosnan picks the ball up, and the referee says the ball has been knocked out. Jackson goes into the dummy half position. Here's some replacement players coming on, of course. Run them on and off these days, which makes it pretty hard for commentators, I can tell you. But Bashford goes straight on to the, gets confronted onto the ground. From here it's going out to Hazel. Hazel will kick it high, he'll kick it deep. Where's the fullback for Callide Valley? Which one is going to pick it up? And it goes to, going to be picked up that time by McKinlay. McKinlay goes across field, and we've got players coming on. We'll let you know the changes as soon as they pick the ball up. Now they'll run the ball out Callide Valley right in their own territory, because they're defending the town end of the ground. From here at the dummy half position is Wust. Wust takes it across field, but can't get it out. He tries to get it out to Higgins, but their big men just are not going anywhere. All they're going to is just being sat on the ground. From here it'll go to Gooch. Gooch will weave his way across field, and he goes straight down, trying to get back into that cricket pitch area. Referee tells the Teamsters to get back. From here it'll go out to Austin. Austin moves his way and down straight across there. This is the last tackle. It'll be thrown out. It'll be Gooch. Gee, they're making this boy work. He's got it, and he throws it that time to Davis. Davis gets it. It'll spin again, picked up there by the ever-reliable Tony Bashford as he moves it across field, looking to give it to Woods, but can't go anywhere there. Now on there, and the referee says there's going to be a penalty, and coming in for that was Danny Arthur, but there was a held. We held him all right. And, of course, this is silly. The penalties are 3-1. Vic, this is absolute stupidity from Callide Valley to do something.
It's not good football, is it? I mean,
no,
they're giving away plenty of chances,
it's
too.
It's not disciplined football. That's exactly what it is. When you've got a fellow like Steve Hazel that gains you 15 or 20 metres, every time you get the ball, you start thinking about it. From here, Jacko takes it, and out it goes to Brosnan, and Brosnan puts on the paces and confronted by 3 or 4 Callide Valley players. Jackson comes in here at the dummy half position. It looks like that Liam Balderson is back on the field again as he throws that pass going out there to Martin Crow, is still on the field. From here it's going out to Jackson. Jackson throws it high, gives it out that time to Balderson. Balderson takes it straight across field, and there's the ever busy Dave Brosnan going across field. Now at the dummy half position, Jacko says, come on fellas, this is the way I want it. Let's get it out to Liam Balderson. That he does. It goes out to Lyle Balderson that time, and Harry Blucher gets the ball, and as he gets it, it's gone into a Callide Valley player's hand, and that's the only way Callide Valley look like they're going to get the ball from at the dummy half. It's Wust will go across field, but I don't know why they don't go straight and try and make some ground from here. What can they do? They go across, they go down, and that's exactly where they go. Right on their backside as Clancy gets the ball. Wust will be in at the dummy half position. He's going to throw the ball around. He's looking for someone to give it to. He finds someone in Clancy. Clancy takes it. Weaves it across field there, and going out there to Gomersall, but Gomersall can't go anywhere with it. Now Gooch will get it. He'll hold the ball up nicely. Here's a little grubber kick, but I think it'll go into Shane Woods' hands. It does very, very nicely, but he knocked the ball on there as well, Vic. So he certainly knocked the ball on all right, didn't he? Don't forget about the $100 million nationwide clearance. That's on as the scrum packs down. Our trip to course, the accommodation for 2 to Long Island, and also the big disco tomorrow night and Chinese meal at the Wellshot.
Okay, Mike, the score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard, the Central West Teamsters 6 and the visitors Callide Valley 0.
The Railway Hotel in Oak Street, Barcaldine, opposite the Tree of Knowledge, is just the place to quench your thirst. Your hosts John and Sue ensure that you're looked after. Whether you stay an hour or a week, with their air-conditioned bar and lounge facilities, they serve delicious counter meals and teas. When it's time to stop for the night, head for the Railway Hotel in Barcaldine, where they specialise in comfortable accommodation, and they have Barcaldine's only drive-in bottle shop. The Railway Hotel Barcaldine, a great place to meet.
Okay, from here we're getting a bit of excitement. Worcester's made a bit of a bust here, and after all the excitement, Callide Valley blew it away, and the scrum will pack down. Of course, it will be a Central West feed. Maybe they can win one against the head, and they're right in Central West territory, only about 15 metres out. I don't know whether that ball's a little slippery out there with the rain, but this is very dangerous for them because obviously the Central West will win it. Yeah, as we said, they do win it. And no, the referee says we want it in again. Callide Valley pushing, they're heaving. Liam says, I can't get it in. Where can we go? And they won it against the head. So that's a good win for them. So they won that one against the head. Let's see what they can do from it from here. Can they score? Stanley, their captain, gets them on. In at the dummy half position, it'll be Davis. Davis throws the ball out. And there, run it down was Heard. Heard that time gets it now in the dummy half position. It'll be their hooker, Worcester. Worcester's trying to get it across. They're about 3 or 4 metres out. It's 6 points to nil is the score at this stage. The ball's thrown deep, and it's gone back to six tackles to go there as Davis drives on, touched by a Teamster player. Now, what are they going to do? And this time it'll be Stanley with it. Stanley can't do anything with it. He takes it across field, giving it across, going out to their hooker there. He's making a bit of ground. John Worcester as he goes across field. They're about 5 metres out. They're pleading for a penalty there. I think you'd rather want the 6 points than getting 2 points. And they've confronted this 3. Gooch has got the ball there. Now what are they going to do? Let's see what Callide Valley can do there with 3 tackles to go. Yes, is he there? Gee, it looked very, very short to me.
It was short by about the length of a ball, Mike, but the referee was not in a good position. Not in a good position at all.
Well, the touch judges should have helped him there, but they've said it's gone over.
They awarded the try, it wasn't.
The try that wasn't, well, we can't say that, but Justin Ramsden scored that try that time, so that makes the points now. The Central West teams to 6, and of course the Callide Valley are now 6 points to 4 with the conversion to come. We'll find out who's taking the conversion this time, and it looks like the try scorer is going to take the conversion. So it'll be all even up, Vic. So we'll see what happens from here. So he's placing the ball.
Mike, you're listening to the 1098 4LG Match of the Day, the Longreach Outback Travel Centre Starlight Side Out Tavern, George Douglas and Sons Match of the Day, live from the Barcaldine Showground. And we may think differently to the referee sometimes, but all we've got to do is tell you what is actually happening on the ground, and that's what we're trying to do this afternoon. Central West looking very strong, but just in the last couple of minutes, Callide Valley got it all together down this end of the field, which of course is the scoreboard end that they're playing towards at the moment. We're just waiting for this kick to be placed. Don't forget our other sponsors of our match today, the Union Hotel in Barcaldine, the Prince of Wales Hotel in Blackwall, Woody's Menswear. Good afternoon, Woody and Kathy up there in Longreach. The Alpha Hotel Motel, Ross and Donna Britton down there doing a fantastic job. Longreach Pest Control, good afternoon, Ross. And also to Capelec, one of our great rugby league sponsors right throughout 1994. The North Gregory Hotel, Ray and Lorraine Fallon up there, making some fantastic cocktails. I believe Lorraine is particularly skilled at that. Must try one day. The Homestead Caravan Park in Barkey, if you're looking for something to pick up a snack or just fill the tank up, they're open 24 hours a day there. And that kick is successful. The Coca-Cola scoreboard now reading 6 points all from the Barkey Showground.
Make sure that you call in to the Keoke Garden Centre in Coolabah Street, Barcaldine. For your convenience, they're open from 9:30, 7 days a week. You can browse through the extensive display of plants and shrubs, and the staff of Keoke will load your garden requirements straight into your car. Choose from the extensive range of trees, shrubs, citrus, ground covers, indoor plants, palms and creepers, all suitable for western areas. Also, to give your new plants a good start, check the range of fertilisers. For landscaping service and advice, call into your Complete Garden and Landscaping Centre in Barcaldine, the Keoke Garden Centre, or phone them on 511 269.
And welcome back to the Barcaldine Showground for our coverage of this great match this afternoon. We're certainly seeing some action, the Central West and Callide Valley, Mike.
Yes, we certainly are. And, of course, the Teamsters kicked off and went to a comm. He nearly mucked it up again. But Leon Balderson stolen the ball legally that time. Well, there is a rule out that he must have done it legally, and he's got it back. And here he goes. So Jacko will get it in. They'll throw a wide one there. And going in there is Andrew Egan. See, I got it right this time, Mike. I didn't miss his name. So there you are. Andrew's got the ball there. And going in there will be Jacko. Jacko will throw the ball straight across the field, and Greg Jacks is also on the field. As we said, you can run them on left, right and centre these days, so it doesn't make any difference. Leon Balderson gets it, goes out to Steve Hazel. He puts a little dummy in that time, and there was Blucher trying to pick it up, and they've got it back again there, and they're confronted by 3 or 4 players. I hear the chair going up, and did Danley Warren score the try? I'd say he has definitely scored the try, and that was good thinking from Steve Hazel there, and of course, Vic, that's another Coca-Cola scoreboard try.
Yes, Mike, the score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard with a kick to come is Central West Teamsters 10 and the visiting side Callide Valley 6. And remember, wherever you are, there is always Coca-Cola.
Penrith 10, and the North's Bear mascot has been sent off the ground. Quite an amazing story there. So we'll see if we can get that one back for you later, Vic.
Sounds good to me, Greg. The mascot's been sent off.
Well, I've heard of everything now. I've been following these games for a long time, but I've never heard of the mascot being sent off. Maybe the mascot did something that he shouldn't have done, and there was the kick by Steve Hazel, and it was unsuccessful. Danny Lyons, Saren Roberts a try, goal to Steve Hazel, and for the Callide Valley there, Dean Gooch a goal, and Justin Roberts a try, and it's 10 points to 4 as Callide Valley kick off. The mascot being sent off? Well,
I tell you what, the boys over here on the scoreboard, they were ready. They had the number 2 ready to go on that scoreboard, but unfortunately they had to throw it on the ground. Quite disappointed.
Well,
the kick was going over.
Of course, here they go now. Then Callide Valley will kick off. They'll let the ball bounce that time, and it'll go out to Danny Arthur, and Danny Arthur nearly made a meal of it, but he's getting out of 1 or 2 tacklers. He's one of our players who went last year to Club Crocodile. There it is, Jacko, Liam Balderson, also another one of our players who went. Dave Brosnan's got it. Gee, you wouldn't think that he's travelled so long to the way he's playing today. From here, it's gone out to Jackson. Jackson takes it straight across field. It's Andrew Egan on the field too. So as we said, in the new rules, you can send players on and off. From here, it'll be Jackson here at the dummy half. Out to go to Balderson that time. Going out to Danny Arthur, and Arthur goes across field. Now Jackson says, come on, I want it, fellas. Let's go out, give it out to Hazel. Steve Hazel will kick it nicely too. He'll kick it to a com that time. Was it going out? And it goes straight across his head, and what a beautiful kick. Although they'll get the feed, Callide Valley. It's 4-3. The scrums are in favour of course, that's in favour of the Central West, and the penalties are 3-1 in favour of the Central West. And the scoreboard, the Coca-Cola local supporter now packing down now. The umpire, the referee says, let's go get the ball in, and that's exactly what they do. And what's happened here, and the penalty has gone for, yes, I thought the Central West side was sneaking up a little bit offside that time, and they were offside. Weren't watching the touch judge, Mr. Ramsey. He was pointing the finger there, or pointing the flag out, saying, come on, fellas, get back. So they won the scrum, and they've got a penalty. They've made about 15 metres. Now, what are they going to do from here? Out it comes there to Wust. Wust takes it across, but he is not going anywhere. Higgins will go in at the dummy half position. It's about 15 metres into their territory. From there, it's weaved out that time to Davis. Davis takes it, well, he can't go anywhere. As he passes the ball out to Stanley, and Stanley is thrown to the ground there. And at the dummy half, it'll be Clancy. Clancy takes it across, and there's the confrontation from the Central West. Now at the dummy half, they're throwing the ball wide. Callide Valley, they shape the kick. They can't do anything at it as it goes to Gomersall. Gomersall picks it up there and going out to Stanley, and Stanley's confronted by 3 or 4 players. That's the Central West players. Egan was one of them. Ramsden comes in from the full-back position, so there's no full-back there whatsoever. Gomersall's got the ball. He's going to take it across field. It's Ramsden in, and the Central West side. It's no use pleading, fellas. You're about a mile offside. You're as close as in front of the referee. So what are they going to do there with 10 points to 4? They might as well try and give Gooch. Is he going for a kick? No, he's going to try and gain about 10 metres, and that's exactly what he does. Gooch gains that. They're about 22 metres out. Now, what can Callide Valley do from here? From here at the dummy half, out it goes to the dummy half position to Wust. Wust takes it across field and gives it out to Austin, and Austin is confronted by 3 or 4 players there. Here's Wust again. He weaves his way across. He's looking for someone to give it to, and here he goes, and he's given it to someone, all right, and he's given it to to the one and only Milton McKinlay, and he goes in and he scores a try. Well, what did you think of that one, Vic, on the Coca-Cola scoreboard?
The Callide right on the sideline.
This is Dean Gooch really taking his time. Now what's he going to do with it? Let's have a look at the kick, and as I thought, he'd have to be a pretty good game. So we've certainly got a ball game on our hand, and let's tell you that try was scored by Milton McKinlay, and on the Coca-Cola scoreboard it's 10-all, and no matter where you are, there's always Coca-Cola.
Before you shop for a dishwasher, let Capricorn Electricity give you some free advice. The average running cost of a dishwasher is around 20 cents per load when connected to cold water, and even less if you take advantage of Capilec's economy tariff 33. When used efficiently, automatic dishwashing can be cheaper than hand washing of dishes. They also wash and dry tableware, saucepans and cooking utensils more hygienically. For more energy-saving advice, phone 008 015 015 because Capilec cares.
I tell you what, if you're looking for a dishwasher at the moment, looking at the George Douglas & Sons $100 million clearance sale, they've got some fantastic dishwashers. We'll tell you about them later, mate.
Okay, we'll tell you all about that, and we'll tell you a lot of other things that are happening as the broadcast keeps going now as Callide Valley make a break. They get into the Teamsters territory by 2 or 3 metres, and on the field for Callide Valley is Jarrett. Jarrett's got it. He kicks it up, goes past Bashford. One of his rare mistakes, puts his foot out, doesn't dive for the ball. Now he's going to weave his way through, and he's a hard man to stop at the best of times, and he gets himself out of trouble there. He'll be Brosnan. Brosnan coming in at the dummy half, gives it out that time to Clues. Clues will go across, and the penalty has gone there to the Teamsters. That'll relieve a lot of pressure for the Teamsters, and Callide Valley are not very happy with that penalty, but it was their own fault. They could see that they were offside. They were trying to do everything. It's a 10-all on the Coca-Cola scoreboard, and from here it's kicked out by Hazel. Again, you can't give penalties to this fella because he kicks and he makes ground. 15 metres. Look at this. It's played by Jackson that time, and weaving his way straight across the field there will be naturally enough. That'll be bit off, weaves his way across. They'll use their big men now for 2 or 3 tackles. He steps out of one, going out of one that time, and going out of one there is Jas. Jas can't get away, but he made a lot of ground there, and it's picked up by Callide Valley. Callide Valley got the ball in the tackle, must have been lost in the tackle, so 3 tackles. What can they do? They've got to get out of their territory. They're giving it out to Higgins. Higgins takes it across field. He can't go. He won't go anywhere with it. From here at the dummy half position, it'll be Worcester. Callide Valley. Hey, we've got number 16, Malcolm Jarrett, on the field for Callide Valley, and I think it's the same starting lineup. It looks like, to me, the same starting lineup for the Central Western Teamsters. I love that when they said they're not too flash, but they're flash in the centre. I tell you what, I wouldn't like to be tasting Harry Blucher, Danny Lawrence around all day, or even Liam Balderson. I can tell you.
I don't have to believe it. I have to tell you what they did.
Yeah, and I tell you something. I tell you, I wish they could have heard that. They would have been right off. And taking it now, it's been kicked off from Callide Valley. Callide Valley defending the scoreboard end of the ground, and of course the Teamsters defending the town end of the ground. Let's see what they can do with this 6 or 7, and one of the not so flash players like Liam Balderson just got it and made about 15 metres from here. Jacko will get the ball, and what has happened there? Another, they're giving away some silly penalties. Not only were they offside, but they weren't even standing straight to their marker. So this again gives Steve Hazel time to kick the ball, and he'll go in another 15 metres. They must be loving this in Central West Blakes. They must be thinking and it looks like they've changed the kicker. Lyle Balderson's going to take a tap. So there we are. Made a film there. Look at this. He's found a gap. There's Lyle going himself. He's weaved his way through. He's filled them all. Here's Lyle got the pass. Oh, no. He threw it out and dropped it and picked up by Davis at Callide Valley. But what a good movement from Lyle Balderson. It just broke down. Now can Callide Valley get themselves out of trouble? They'll throw it around, giving it out that time to Gooch. Gooch will take it across field, and they're in their own territory. They'll try and get out of it there. Worcester get it. Worcester take it across field. From here it goes out that time to Clancy. Clancy can't do anything in it. Worcester go in. They're 50 metres out, so they're right on the halfway line. Then it goes that time to Worcester again, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 players there. Good movement by all. A little bit of a how do you do going in there just to welcome them back out. It goes to Davis, who's on the field for Callide Valley, throwing it out time to Gooch. Gooch weaves it away to Gomersall, and Gomersall goes over. And from in the dummy half position, it will be Gooch again. Gooch gets it, takes it across field, going out to Ramsden. Ramsden kicks the ball. He's given it out there to Stanley. Stanley tries and picks it up, but gives it out to Bashford, and they kick the ball away on the fourth tackle. Still 2 more tackles to go. Now they'll run their way around, and that's exactly what they'll do. Bashford will get it, and he'll go across field, and he's made about 50 metres that time from here at the dummy half. This game's certainly livening up. He's out of 1. He's out of 2 tackles there, and that's, of course, that's the one and only Danny Arthur there. From here, they'll go it out. They'll take it across field. Out it goes to Leon Balderson. Balderson takes it straight across field. They're just letting them run with it. Out it goes back to Leon Balderson again, and Jackson will go in at the dummy half position. Here's Jackson in at the dummy half position, and he's lost the ball, and a penalty, and that's another penalty.
Stripping the ball and
stripping the ball. Now that would have to be, and something's gone on. The touch judge, Mr. Ramsey, has come on to report something, time off. Let's see what the touch judge... But that is 2 stupid penalties. Although
charging run about 2 minutes ago, Mike.
Yeah, well,
it
was a fantastic run. Now, let's see who's being pulled out. It's Stanley being pulled out, and it's also Dean Gooch. This would have been the incident. I said there was a little bit of a how do you do. Lyle Balderson will go up. They'll talk to the referee. They'll be buddies again. Who was in that? It looks like Jamie Tyser's to me. So if Tyser, they're all getting the lecture. They know that was just a little bit of a little play on words. Just don't be bad boys. The 2 captains are telling their players to settle it down, and the referee blows time on again, and there will be a penalty. Now we'll see if Lyle puts this move on again. This is what I'm waiting to see. What will he do? Yes, he's going to take the tap. No, he's going to kick out this time, so just to fool everyone. So the ball will go. I tell you what, they haven't got... Oh, yes, it went out. I didn't think the Teamsters had much confidence in him there, but there he kick it out. Here will be Jackson in at the dummy half position. Out it goes to Brosnan, and Brosnan makes grounds, goes straight into the territory, onto the 22-metre mark. From here, Jackson will go into the dummy half. A little how do you do going in again, and there's Leon Balderson with it this time. Gee, they're using their men well, these Teamsters. From here, it goes out, going across field. What are they going to do with it? Danny Arthur picks the ball up there and can't do anything in it. In it, the dummy half will be Jamie. No, they'll change it. Jacko says, come on, I'll get into the dummy half. You fellas do all the work out there. Not that Jacko isn't doing any work either. Martin Crowe gets it. Crowe weaves his way across, takes it out to 1, and Bashford's got it again. He's playing very, very well. In at the dummy half again, it'll be Crowe this time. Crowe will take it straight out. From here, he'll weave his way around. He'll throw it out. And who's going that time? It'll be Ticehurst who'll take it out. Crowe will go in at the dummy half position. There must be a move. I can see it going out to Lyle Balderson. Balderson will go for a field goal, and what's the referee going to do? And he says it's over, fellas, and they are the heartbreakers. 15 points to 10. So that means now that Callide Valley have to get back into it by scoring at least 2 tries, because that's the Coca-Cola field goal for you. We won't tell you that because there's always Coca-Cola now. From here at the dummy half, we won't be at the dummy half. He'll kick the ball off. He'll try and get the Teamsters all off time. That's Davis there, and the ball is knocked back, says the referee. It'll have to be a line dropout, as Tony Bashford knocked it out in the in-goal area. Long kick, so Callide Valley will get the ball back now in a dropout this time, and we'll see who's going to take it. Looks like Bashford down that far end of the ground. Bashford will take it. He'll drop it out. He drops it out. It goes hard. It goes deep, and it goes straight along and going out there to Davis, and Davis for Callide Valley moves it straight up. They've got to get under the goal post, and they've got to get a 6-pointer on. And at the dummy half will be Stanley. Stanley, who's the captain of the side, weaves his way around there to Gomersall, and Gomersall can't do anything with it. He's confronted by the Teamsters. From here, it's going to be weaved around again, going out to Higgins. Higgins takes it across field, and what's he going to do? Higgins will throw it out. They'll try and get their men out. They can't even get past the 4 or 5 tacklers that comes in for the Teamsters. They're putting their men down here against Callide Valley. Let's tell you that it's 15 points to 10. Now from here, it's going to be thrown out. It's thrown out. They're giving it out that time. Look out. Let's see what they can do as Gooch gets the ball. Gooch takes it nicely, and goes out to Gomersall, and Gomersall goes over and scores a try. Well, here they are.
$, which includes a fabulous 3-course meal and show, and bookings are essential. So phone 581-925 now. Be at Starlight Starlight Tavern Saturday the 9th of April for a night you'll never forget.
Retrovision. Buy anywhere else and you'll pay too much.
And welcome back to the Barcaldine Showground. We're just waiting for this kick to take place, and I can tell you, in this $100 million catalogue sale of George Douglas & Sons, It is a beauty, and there's a couple of dishwashers that got marked as specials here. A little money buys a lot. That Whisper Quiet range dishwasher, Mike, and it'll be just the thing for a new home. If you're setting it up, $699. You get a full 12 months warranty for the Vulcan Dishflex. It's the quiet one. Watching that kick just going over the post now, and successful, which brings the Coca-Cola scoreboard up another 2 points. And the Central West Teamsters looking at
Callide Valley 16 and the Central West Teamsters 15. Keep talking while we have the...
Okay, well, we've got a Simpson quick, quiet dishwasher. Now, this would be just the thing if you needed to go to sleep next to your dishwasher. The Riviera. It's economical, too. It's got a glass wash cycle. 12 minutes fast wash, Greg. That'll get you ready for work in time as well. $699 for those. If you want to know more about those dishwashers, drop around. Say good day to George, Gavin and all the team. They'll be only too happy to tell you about it while you have a look at some of the other great bargains in the catalogue. Mike?
Well, what a great kickoff that was, and that was from Andrew Higgin. He spun the ball around, picked up that time by David Power, and he knocked the ball on when, would you believe, 5 metres out from the Callide Valley try line, and Balderson will put this ball in, and he'll put... No, the referee says, come on, fellas, we want it up again.
He's not straightening it up, is he? I mean,
no,
he's trying hard to get it straight.
There's some pretty big pushes going on out there, and then it'll go, and that's won that time by Central West as Balderson takes it. Gee, he got one. That was a little bit high. A little bit high. All right, now we'll see what happens from the dummy half. Here's Danny Arthur. That was another attempt at high tackle. And if the referee can't see that, I must be blind, Freddie. From here it goes out there to Crow. Crow takes it across field, and the ball has been muffed that time, and it would have gone to the right man who would have scored the try, Harry Blucher, had he picked it up. So muffed by two sides there. Central West on the third tackle, and Callide Valley from the kickoff. I bet now they've got to get themselves right out of this
danger time now, isn't it? We need to see a score from the Central West at the moment to even things up again.
Well, here's the scrum packing down. They haven't won that because Davis has won it. Davis is a replacement player on the field that time. Now from the dummy half position, their fullback Ramsden is in right there, takes it over the 22 metres line, but they're still into Callide Valley territory. From here, Woos takes it across field and gives it out time to Higgins. Higgins can't go anywhere. He's pretty slow there. From here, it's going out now. Let's see, a bit of pace has been put on that time by Davis. He steps out of one. He steps out of two as Power gets the ball there and takes it across. Now they're going to throw the ball out. Out it goes that time to Stanley. Stanley takes it across field. Out it goes to Gomersall. Gomersall, who had a good game there, weaves his way across, but Leon Balderson is there to put him straight to the ground. From here, it'll go out. Davis will be in at the dummy half position. From there, Stanley will kick it out, and he'll fire. It's gone right over the... yes, it's gone over the dead ball line. So, and there's another little... Oh, look at this. A little bit of a confrontation going on there, and a little bit of a how do you do, because Tempest 16 points to 15. You can't get anything closer than that as the tap will be taken. It will be Jackson. Look at that gap there for the Callide Valley. Gee, that's a gap. Yeah, look, if any player came, Lyle Balderson see, or Dave Brosnan seen it too from the tap. He made his way there, but they must have heard it because they closed it up very, very smartly that time. Jackson in a terrible play the ball there. Out it goes to Danny Arthur. Danny Arthur tries to weave his way straight across the field there and gave it out to Dave Brosnan. He's having a terrific game, Dave Brosnan, as he picks the ball up again and makes another 15 or 20 metres. Dave Brosnan, and as you know, has been transferred from the area, but it's elected to play with the Teamsters during this Winfield State challenge game, and which is good to see. From here, it's going out to Jackson. Jackson takes it across field. Out it goes to Lyle Balderson. Balderson made a beautiful bust now. Is anyone going to follow Lyle up? But he can't get the ball away by G's going close to the man of the match now. From here at the dummy half. Now, why would they do that? And that was Danny Arthur, and that's about the only bad thing Danny's done all afternoon. Now, Callide Valley have got to get themselves organised there, and Ramsden tries to get themselves organised as they go over across the 22-metre line. From here it goes out to Woos. Woos takes it across field. Going out to Higgins there. Higgins takes it straight across field, but he's going nowhere as well. From there at the dummy half, it'll go out that time to Woos. Woos takes it across, goes out to Austin. Austin drops the ball up, and Shane Wood says, oh, now there's going to be a little bit of a tussle. No use you making a mistake, mate. You made the mistake. Don't blame the opposite player. And Mr. Cronin just looks, and of course, wise move there. They've taken Dave Brosnan off, and coming back on the field will be Dave Bidoff. That's all right. That'll calm the Tempest down just a little bit. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. It sure is. You can't hang on to him. And I think he should get 10 minutes in the sin bin that time. That was absolute stupidity on his opposite number. And Lyle Balderson says we might as well have a kick. Well, why not? And this will put them in front by 1 point. But all the mistakes Callide Valley, if I was the Callide Valley coach...
You would be applying the boot.
I would be applying more than the boot. I'd be taking the players off because you can interchange now. And all those mistakes, like they saw the Central West saw a little bit of tempers going with Dave Brosnan, got him off the field there. So, and that is sensible. Now, who's going to take the kick? I don't think it'll be Lyle. I don't think he's got the kick, of course, we should have known, was Martin Crowe will be taking the kick. So here's Crowe with the kick. He's straight in front, 22 metres off, and there's another player coming on. Let's see who's there. Aaron Roberts looks like he's coming off. And so everyone is certainly getting a run, and it looks like Andrew Egan's coming off. So all the players have done their job for the Central West Teamsters. So here's Martin Crowe with it. How does it look to you, Vic? Is the flags going up?
The crowd reckons it looks mighty good too.
And it looks mighty good, all right, because the Coca-Cola scoreboard chimes around. Remember, there's always Coca-Cola at any ground you go to, any sporting ground, the biggest selling drink in the world. As this time, this will be Stanley to kick off. Stanley's going to kick it straight off and into the hands, the ever-safe hands of Lyle Balderson, and Lyle Balderson make 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets out of 4 tackles, and it'll go about 15 metres there. Jackson will go in at the dummy half position. Out it goes to Liam Balderson there, and he's going to throw it straight across field to, and Steve Hazel isn't on the field, but it looks like that Aaron Roberts is getting back into the game again, just trying to get himself warmed up. Now this will be Jackson in at the dummy half. Jackson's in at the dummy half position. From here, they'll weave it away that time, and it'll go out to Bidoff, and Bidoff is confronted right on the halfway mark. From here, this will be Jackson. Jackson throws a wide one there, cutting out Balderson. Oh, and Bashford, gee whiz, come on, Mr. Referee.
Nice and high.
Oh, nice and high, all right. I mean, it shook his head. It didn't put him to the ground, but the rule says you can't do that. And from here, Lyle Balderson will kick it up. Out it goes to Ramsden there. Ramsden will take it straight across the field there, and he's confronted by 3 or 4 players there. And one of the players, of course, was, of course, Aaron Roberts, who's backing on the field there. Certainly putting these Callide Valley players straight to the ground. There's 1 point in it, 17 to 16 in favour of the Central West Teamsters. From here, it's going out that time to Tibbets, and Tibbets is confronted by 4 players. From the in at the dummy half will be Davis. Davis takes it straight across field. From there, Davis gets it again, giving it out there to Power. Power gets out of 1, gets out of 2 tackles, gets out of 3, and then the Teamsters come over and put him down. Back in the Teamsters territory by 15 metres. In here from the dummy half is Davis. Davis throws the ball around, taking it out, throwing it wide. They're throwing it deep. They're trying to get away with it. Out they go to Gooch that time. Gooch takes it across field, but he's confronted. Here's the 5th and last tackle there. What are they going to do with it? In here will be, no, we'll see what will happen. It'll go out to Stanley. Stanley will throw it around. They know nothing but to throw this ball around as Davis throws the ball around, throws it around again, and here they go, and over they go, and it looks like that Davis has scored a try and just keeping that ball alive, and that was what they did.
First you get your 5 red ring pulls or caps from Coca-Cola or Diet Coke. Fill in the entry form, send it off by the 4th of April, and chill out till the dudes call you to say you've won. Who writes this stuff?
It's 20 minutes away from 5. Just very quickly checking some scores for you. Full time, Manly has done it over Newcastle. Very high tension game there. 13-10, Manly have gone out winners. It's 20-all full time, South Illawarra. Cronulla have gone out 36-10 winners over West, and 26 Parramatta to Gold Coast 22, and full time for the main game, North's Penrith. Norths have gone out winners 26-16. Now returning you back to Mike Storian and Vic Blackwood.
Well, here we are back, and that kick was unsuccessful. Don't forget too, a few things happening with Georgia Douglas and Sons. The $100 million Retrovision big catalogue sale is on right now, so go down and see them on Tuesday. And tomorrow night, the Wellshot Hotel have a big disco and Chinese meal from 5:30 from the kickoff. Now let's see who's going to get it. It's McKinlay who gets it now. What can they do? The Teamsters have got to keep them in their territory. Coming in at the dummy half will be a replacement player as Davis. Davis takes it across field. From there it'll go out to Tibbets, and Tibbets is confronted by 3 or 4 players there. Now at the dummy half will be Davis. Davis telling him what he wants from his men. They try and reverse a movement. Out it'll go to, that time to Stanley, and Stanley will take it across field, but he can't go anything. Davis does something with it. He gives it out to Davis. Davis says follow it up, kick it on the 3rd, but it'll go in the safe hands of Tony Bashford, and I tell you what, he won't miss too many. He takes it and is confronted by 3 or 4 players. They're back into the Teamsters territory by about 10 metres. Now they're going to run the ball out, and there's Danny Arthur with the ball there, coming in at the dummy half position. They go try and get it. They try and get past 1. They try and get past 2 that time, and Danny Lawrence tries and gets it there, coming in at the dummy half. They're trying to weave their way around. Danny Arthur picks the ball up again, and he's confronted by 3, 4, 5, 6 players. This is Jackson in at the dummy half position. Goes out that time to Harry Blucher there. Blucher gives it out there to not Laurel Balderson, but that was Jamie Ticehurst picks the ball up. From here it goes out to Steve Hazel. He's back on the field. He'll be a long kick from Hazel. It'll bounce twice that time, and it'll go out there to Jeff Acom. Acom will take it across field, but he can't go anywhere because they're 22 metres into Callide Valley territory. So if there's a mistake made, they'll try and do something with it. The Teamsters. Ramsden takes it across field, and he gains about 3 or 4 metres. In there at the dummy half will be Wust. Wust takes it across field, and he's confronted by 4, 5, 6, 7 players that time. From here, Davis takes it. Davis tries and gets it. Takes it across field to Davis again. Davis throws it out. Holds the ball up very nicely to Haid. Haid can't go anywhere as the Teamsters are tackling like men possess. About 30 minutes to go in the game. From here, Davis has got it. It's still in Callide Valley possession. This is Stanley. He'll kick it out, and will he make a muff of it? He certainly did, Vic, as it went straight out on the full. And again, I tell you what, Callide Valley to be leading this game are very lucky. 20 points to 17 with the amount of mistakes they've made. It's 6-5. The scrum's in favour of the Central West Teamsters, and the penalties are 7-3 in favour of the Teamsters. The only thing this time, as we give you the scoreboard, the Coca-Cola scoreboard rundown, that is 20 points to 17 in favour of Callide Valley, as it was put in by Leon Balderson, and it was won by Leon Balderson. There's a grab this time, and are they going to get it? It's Aaron Roberts with it. He loses the ball in the tackle and dives on it, but he can't pick the ball up. A beautiful run that time, and he tried very, very hard. So that's a bit of bad luck there for the Central West Teamsters, but that's all right. The scrum is about to pack down, and feeding the scrum this time will be Davis. So they've had a little bit of a change, Callide Valley. Can they win the scrum? They're pushing. The Teamsters are pushing now. There'll surely be a penalty. They keep pushing like this. The referee's about to blow up. No use telling players what to do. These blokes are A-grade players, and they're representative players. They know what to do. Here it is. It's packed down that time, and it's won there by the Callide Valley. So Callide Valley are going to throw it out this time. Can Stanley put on a bit of pace and get away? But the tackling from the Teamsters is absolutely superb. No marker. He is exactly right there. And there's a penalty going out that time to the Teamsters. They're all offside. They'll fool that time by Stanley, and Stanley will gain a bit of ground. He'll gain about 20 metres. They're trying to get another try here. Davis will go in. He will go in and take the quick tap. Here goes Davis. He takes the quick tap. From there it goes out to McKinlay. McKinlay will go straight across. And where's the dummy half? There's no dummy half. Callide Valley look completely disorganised. Okay, they'll run the ball on to Wust. Wust will run it through. They're still on the halfway mark. In at the dummy half will be Davis. Davis will take it in, throws it around, gives it out, taking it straight out that time to Davis. Davis will take it across field. Out it goes to Ramsden. Ramsden throws a long one there, and Peter Haid gets tackled onto the ground. From here, Ramsden will take it in at the dummy half. From here, it'll go out to Stanley. Stanley will take it straight across field. He's made a break this time as it goes out to Clancy. Clancy will go across field. In they go to Teamsters territory by about 15 metres. From here, it's Higgins who's got the ball from the dummy half. It will be Davis. Davis will take it out. Takes it out that time as Stanley picks the ball up, and it goes straight into a Teamster's hand, into the shape and form of Danny Lawrence there. From here, he'll weave his way around. They'll try and do something with it. There's a player sitting on the ground. We'll try and see who it is for the Teamsters. They take it across field. Out it comes to Jacko. Don't tell me he's going to score a try. Gosh, we'll never hear the end of this one. He'll be telling me on Monday, Tuesday morning, gee, wasn't that a good one? But he didn't get that far. Out it goes to Liam Balderson there. From here, they're weaving their way around, and Dave Brosnan back on the field again. And coming in at the dummy half will be Jacko. Jacko's got it that time. Out it goes to Balderson. A beautiful movement there. From there, Shane Woods picks it up, and it goes straight into the hands of Peter Haid. But had he got it, it would have been closed the gate. But it could have been closed the gate that time for Callide Valley. 20 points to 17. Going in that dummy half will be Davis. Slowly but surely the ball is picked up. And what's going to happen? It's going to be 6 more. And there could have been a penalty gone to Callide Valley that time for interfering while they played the ball. So they've got to do something with it. They've got 6 to go. From here it goes to Tibbets, and Tibbets is trying to weave his way straight across the line. Davis will be in here at dummy half. That's Shane Davis. We've got 2 Davis on the field there. They're throwing it out. Out it goes to Ramsden. Ramsden weaves his way across. Has seen a gap, but the gap closes very quickly for the Teamsters into the Teamsters territory there. Now they'll play it out. They'll take it straight across to Stanley. Stanley will be confronted, and Berry's put down to the ground. They're going to take it across here. Stanley gets it again. They'll run it across, going across to Higgins, and Higgins is trying to weave his way up. The ball spilled out. It'll be picked up by the Teamsters that time, and the Teamsters get it. So that'll relieve a little bit of pressure as time is starting to tick down. From here it'll go out. What do they do with it? They've got to get it out. Maybe they could give it to Steve Hazel and let him kick it and let them get themselves out of a little bit of trouble. They won't do anything. They'll use their big men in Ticehurst as Ticehurst runs straight across field there. From they'll play the ball. It'll be Jackson in at the dummy half. Out it goes to Liam Balderson that time. It's held up very, very nicely by Shane Woods. It's thrown straight across the field, but there's the Callide Valley. Now Callide Valley are doing what the Teamsters did in the first half, putting their men straight on the ground. The Teamsters are just throwing the ball anywhere. Anyone who wants it, hey, I can have it. Tony Bashford picks it up and goes backwards. This is the 5th and last tackle, and actually the Teamsters haven't made 1 metre in this set of 6. Now what are they going to do with it? They've given it to the man who can make a bit of ground. He's kicked the ball high. It's spinning right around. Picked up very nicely by Ramsden. Picked it up by 2 hands. He gets out of 1. Gets out of 2 tackles. Crow was one of the tacklers that time, and Aaron Roberts tried to get it. Now from the dummy half position, it'll go out to McKinlay. McKinlay can't go anything. They're just on the halfway mark. Moving it across field, it'll be Tibbets. Tibbets takes it across field there. And where can we go from here? This will be Wust in at the dummy half position. Wust takes it straight out to Davis there. Davis sees a gap, and it's gone out to Lex Davis there. I guess they're brothers, so they're calling for the ball. Now at the dummy half will be Wust again. Wust takes it straight out to Stanley, who's certainly their playmaker that time. He takes it out, gives it out there, going out to Power. Power breaks out of 1, breaks out of 2, breaks out of 3, and this is the 5th and last. Are they going to spin the ball around? No, they spin it around all right, and it goes straight into the Teamsters' hand, and there will be a changeover. I don't know why the referee stopped it, because the Teamsters certainly had the ball there, and they could have gone on with it, because that's what the rule says. No need to stop it while the player's in motion that time. Liam Balderson's got it, and he can't get out. They're back to 6 tackles again. From it's slowly getting up. They're trying to play the ball there. Now they'll play the ball there. And what has happened this time? Yeah, wait a minute. What do we got here, Vic? I can't understand. Is there a penalty?
Signalled a penalty to the Callide Valley side.
Yeah, what for?
And, well, it looked to me as though there was a Callide Valley player all over a Teamster.
Yeah.
Not giving him a fair go at all.
Yeah, and he signalled, unless something was said, that could have been. Yeah, and of course they'll take it in Gooch, will definitely take a go for this, and that'll give them, if they get it.
They weren't looking after the person who switched our power off down here a while ago.
Tell you what, I think someone will.
The North Gregory Hotel, good afternoon, Ray and Lorraine Fallon up there, and certainly the place to be if you're in Winton this afternoon, listening to the game and having the odd couple of cold cordials whilst you are there. The Homestead Caravan Park in Barcaldine. If you're looking for petrol in the middle of the day, the middle of the night, drop into the Homestead Caravan Park. If you're looking for a snack, some food, I tell you what, with the moment being the long weekend and all of the stores being closed around the place, great idea. Drop into the Homestead Caravan Park. They're open all of the long weekend with all of your needs. The Railway Hotel in Barcaldine, a great place to drop in and have a cold one on your way through as well. The Kyoka Garden Centre in Barkey, and there is always Coca-Cola, mate.
Yes, sure is, and we're having a few of them now as ball was kicked off there by Lyle Balderson. That time went into Gooch's hand there. The conversion was successful, or the penalty was successful that time, and it's 22 points to 17, so there's got to be a try from the Teamsters to pull this one out. And another penalty. Which one this is going?
Callide
Valley, and the crowd don't sort of like that opinion. Now, what will they do with it? They'll probably gain it in Stanley. They'll gain. He's not going to have attempt, is he? He's only, no. He'll gain about 15 metres, 20 metres. He's not a bad boot. He does exactly what he says. Yeah, very good kick here. Now they'll try and put a move on that time. So let's see what they'll do with the move here. It'll be Worcester will take the move. He'll take it. He's looking for a wraparound movement, and here it comes in the form there of McKinlay, but McKinlay is put onto the ground there. From here, it's going to be weaved around. It's going to definitely weaved around by Stewart, and Stewart weaves it straight across there, about 15 metres out from that penalty. Its ball is thrown anywhere. It's gone right backwards. Ooh, that got to be close to a slight knock on, and the referee did see it there, Ramsden. So they certainly wasted that sixth set, and of course the ball will be fed in by Liam Balderson for the Central West Teamsters. But 22 points to 17 on the Coca-Cola scoreboard there. Plenty of thirsty work coming up for the Teamsters if they can get through from here. Now the scrum will be fed, and the scrum's going to be fed this time, and it's going to be fed that time by Balderson. Balderson feeds it, and he gives it out to his 5'8" Hazel, and here they go. Now are they going to go? Coming across in cover. Let's see what they can do, and here it is. Here's the try that they've been waiting for. That's a great try that time, and what a good try. And that is a beauty, and we'll see.
What do we see then, about a 50-metre yard?
And that time it went to Shane Woods, who just scooped along, and there was no argument. He just picked the ball up. The Callide Valley defence wasn't even there, and that now is 22 points to 21. So Shane Woods is the toast of the town. I couldn't see who picked it up, but
have we got a game of football out of hands now?
Have we what? And from a scrum, and there was just no Callide Valley defence there whatsoever. They just left. There was the play.
Fun night with the Frisky Frolics. If you're looking for something different to do, then don't miss this one. There'll be a wet t-shirt contest, lingerie girls, and for all aspiring artists, body painting. There's also lots in cash prizes to be won. Cost is only $25, which includes a fabulous 3-course meal and show. And bookings are essential. So phone 581-925 now. See you at Callide Tavern Saturday the 9th of April for a night you'll never forget.
Don't miss the $100 million nationwide clearance sale on now at George Douglas & Sons Retrovision store in Longreach. Save on dishwashers. A little money buys a lot with the Whisper Quiet Dishlex Grange dishwasher with a big 15-place load capacity at a low $699. Or the Simpson Riviera dishwasher with a 12-minute fast wash cycle and a 10-year warranty on the stainless steel liner at also just $699. Make sure you keep the catalogue, as we'll be asking questions from it, and you could be the winner. But only at George Douglas & Sons Retrovision store. You'll find them in Eagle Street, Longreach.
Retrovision. Buy anywhere else and you'll pay too much.
5 minutes away from 5, and that kick was successful. The Central West Teamsters 23, Callide Valley 22 has returned you back to the ground.
And you heard right, 23-22. Gee, I tell you what, there's always Coca-Cola, and I think the Central West Teamsters are having plenty of it out there today. What a good kick from Steve Hazel. But Shane Woods, he should be the toast of the town that time. They've got a penalty. Yeah, would you believe Callide Valley gave a penalty away? And what's happened here, the forward pass from the penalty tap, and I tell you what, had Harry Blucher got that, it would have been a 4-pointer, because no one would have stopped him. We haven't seen much of Harry in the game so far, but he hasn't had much opportunity, but he's been he's packing down second row too, so that with all the changes that are going on out there. Now from the feed there, it's won by Callide Valley. They've got 8 minutes to do something with it, and I mean they've got to do something with it. There's no field goal. Yeah, field goal could draw it, but they'll want to try. From here it'll go out to Lex Davis. Davis will take it across field, and the referee says, come on, let's get back onside, fellas. Shane Davis gets it there. From here it goes out to Clancy. Clancy's got to get himself out of his own territory there. From here at the dummy half, it'll be Shane Davis. Davis takes it straight across field there, going out to Stewart. And now in at the dummy half position will be John Wust. Wust will take it across. Goes out that time to Stanley. Stanley will take it across field, giving it out to Power. And Power's throwing it somewhere, and I tell you where he's throwing it. Straight, and he knows it too. He's throwing it straight across the line, the touch line that says, you are out, mate. And that's exactly what happens, and he's down on the ground. There was a couple of players also appealing to the referee that he was interfered with, but I think the referee knows this game pretty well. Well, time will be off for injury. Here's the touch judge goes in there, calling on the trainers here, but he could have slipped too, and the ground could be just slightly wet with the little bit of showers that they have out here. We don't like seeing any injury going to any players there, especially, it looks like an ankle injury, and a replacement player will come on this time, and the replacement player will be Higgins. Higgins will come back on the field. It will be Central West feed, so if they can hold the ball this time, they They've only got to hold it for about another 6 minutes and no tries to come in. So the referee, Mr. Cronin, is telling the Callide Valley players to get back on side from here. Where's the scrum going? It's going to screw round, and he's got to be offside, the Central West player. He had to be offside. The referee says, hey, come on, he had to be. He couldn't dive out of the scrum. If Liam Balderson had picked it up, the referee doesn't know what's going on out there. He's signalling time on. We don't know what's going on out there. He's being spoken to by a player. There could have been some incident there, but definitely the Central West player had to be offside. You can't dive out of a scrum that's screwing around there and not be offside when the ball is actually in the scrum. So he dived on it very, very smartly. Now, a player will be spoken to. This will be Shane Davies. He'll speak to, no doubt, there will be time off here as he picks the ball up. He could have fallen on the ball too as he came out, but replacement players will be coming on, Vic.
Yeah, we've got trainers doing a lot of work out there at the moment, Mike, and things looking just not real good at all at the moment. Can tell you, though, that on the Coca-Cola scoreboard, the Central West Teamsters 23 and the visiting Callide Valley side 22. There's 1 point in it on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. So
don't go back, because I think the game is about to resume that time, and it was Lyle Balderson there. How Lyle Balderson never dived out of that one. I mean, he might be quick, but he's not that quick. Here's Jacko in at the dummy half position. Out it goes to Ticehurst there. Ticehurst takes it across field, but Jackson will come in at the dummy half position. Tempers getting a little bit frayed there. Yes, they are too. There's a little bit of a niggle going on. I think the referee might as well have a talk to the boys and just quieten it down. You've only got 5 minutes to go, and no one wants to get sent off from here. It goes out to Jackson. Jackson throws it out to Hazel there. Hazel takes it across field. He can't go anywhere. He's trying to get it. Jackson in here at the dummy half position that time, and the ball is muffed there by Hazel about his only mistake there, and that was Lyle Balderson that made the mistake, and there will be knock on. Another trainer going onto the ground for Callide Valley as time is signalled time off. The players would be a little bit sick and sore. 23 Park, we can get petrol 24 hours a day coming through Barkey from here. The scrum has packed down, and it's won that time by the Callide Valley team. Now they've got to do something with it as time is starting to tick down. 23 points to 22 from here. It's Shane Davies who takes it straight across the field, but Davis can't go anywhere with it. In at the dummy half will be Worston, and a penalty. A penalty has gone too, and that is a silly mistake, because this Hugh Stanley, he makes a little bit of ground, and it must have been a little bit of a niggle going on. He's made a little bit of ground too. He's made 15 metres right over on the side, or the far side of the Barcaldine Showgrounds. Now they'll work on a movement, and don't they work on a movement that goes cross field there in the form that time of Darren Tibbetts. Tibbetts takes it across. They're not giving up. Out it goes to Wust. He's certainly a big man for a hooker and has a little bit of speed there. Liam Balderson says, come on, fellas, I can't do all the tackling, and he's exactly right. From there it goes out to Clancy. Clancy weaving his way, I suppose, try and make it for a goal kick. They hold it up nicely. Out it goes to Ramsden. Ramsden tries in one. He gets out of it, and there he goes, straight in. And the referee has signalled the try, and that makes it on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. That makes it 26 points.
On Friday nights from 8 p.m. There's a lounge for all the family, and cold drinks are available. Remember, the bottle shop has great specials every week. The Prince of Wales is open all day Sundays, so make sure you make it along. The Prince of Wales Hotel. They're in Shamrock Street, Blackall.
And welcome back to the Barcaldine Showground. That kick unsuccessful, which leaves the scoreline looking pretty disappointing for the Teamsters. The Teamsters 23 and Callide Valley 26. Mike, can they come back after this?
Well, they've got 4 minutes to do something with it, and if they don't muck around, of course, Callide Valley are geeing their side on now. Gee, it's been an up and down game. It looked like it was all going to be Teamsters, and now it's Callide Valley. Don't tell me they've made... No, they haven't made a mess of it. In it goes, and don't the Callide Valley boys give Gomersall something for his little trouble. I mean, legally, it was a good go. Now they'll play it out. They'll give it out that time to Lex Davis. Davis takes it across field, and that was stupid work, Jacko. You didn't have to go over on top. You could have given a penalty away there. From here it goes to Davis, so they'll weave it out. They'll give it out to Tibbetts. Tibbetts breaks out of 1, breaks out of 2, goes straight to the cricket pitch area, and they won't do anything there. Woods gets it, gives it out to Stanley. Stanley will shape and kick. Whitey shape and kick on 3 tackles. He finds touch all right, but they'll get the ball. They've got to defend now, and they've got to defend, well, I suppose Shane Woods, if he gets it, he can scream across field and score a try, but they've got to defend for about 3 minutes now. Now, Callide Valley, and they're not really in a winning position because 4 points, 23 makes 27-26 to me, so they should win the scrum. The ball players are feeling a little bit tired. It's been a fast game that time. Yes, we'll be picking the man of the match, and don't tell me Callide Valley have won it against the head that time, and of course that'll be what's going to happen there. From here, they'll weave it straight across field. Let's see what they're going to do with the Callide Valley winning that scrum. They won a tight head. That's 2 they won today. I thought they should have won another one before that. Now they're defending the Teamsters, or have they got the ball back? The referee looks at the ball and the time has gone, and that's it. 26 points to 23. 26 points to 23 that time. And let's go through before we find out who the man of the match is. And maybe before we find out who the man of the match is, Greg, if you could give the Sydney scores. We'll be going to Ray Hadley for his summary very quickly. Let's have a look at the Sydney scores first, come back and we'll sum up the goal scorers, the try scorers, and...
Scores were Manly 13, Newcastle 10. Illawarra and Souths levelled it out to a 20-all draw. Wests and Cronulla ended up winning there quite convincingly, 36-10 full time. Parramatta Gold Coast, Parramatta won that one 26-24. And the main game, of course, Norths and Penrith. Norths going out winners there, and now top of the table on 8 points. They went out winners there over Penrith, 26-16.
Okay, so this is Coca-Cola Teenage Rampage, and you want to know how to win the ultimate pinball machine, hundreds of boomboxes or thousands of CDs from Maya. Just listen. First you get your 5 red ring pulls or caps from Coca-Cola or Diet Coke. Fill in the entry form, send it off by the 4th of April, and chill out till the dudes call you to say you've won. Who writes this stuff?
Make sure that you call in to the Keoke Garden Centre in Coolabah Street, Barcaldine. For your convenience, they're open from 9:30, 7 days a week. You can browse through the extensive display of plants and shrubs, and the staff of Keoke will load your garden requirements straight into your car. Choose from the extensive range of